Kevin. Kevin, you're just ridiculously stupid.
Welcome back. Welcome.
Is this Kevin?
Welcome back. Oh, yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that. Welcome back. I know you like that. How long you been back, man?
Welcome back. We're having a dog day. Casey's out, but I look over to my right and I see through the glass. It's like a vision, like a dream, like an angel.
Wow.
An angel comes down from the sky above me. Kelly Keegs is in the motherfucking house.
Yes, I am.
Wow.
How are you, girl?
Oh, I'm great.
You're
know
looking
what?
sharp. You're looking fly.
I love how I just accidentally invited myself on
That
this
was
radio
great.
show. I didn't even know what time it was.
She
I was
gave a
about to
wave.
leave. We were discussing a little bachelor future fun.
Hey.
Can't really talk much about it, but that's what we were talking
Exclusive.
about. And I was about to head out, and I saw you sitting here by yourself. Jared, hello. I didn't see you right there until just now.
Hey, Kelly, how are you?
Oh, great.
What's cooking,
been a
girl?
while.
Really, really not a lot. It's been a while. I haven't also talked on a radio in a while.
Yeah.
This is weird.
So I saw you
Or
were doing
this radio at
you were
all.
doing some live tweeting of the Emmys,
I was.
which
The Emmys were the other day.
I
What'd you
was
think?
arguing with. Well, I didn't watch, and so here's what I think. I was arguing with people because I did a 1 Minute Man on Schitt's Creek, and of course, I always get the hardos
Which I
from
love, by the way.
Barstool.
I liked that 1 Minute Man
Yeah,
a lot.
I mean,
It's
I
really
love
good.
Schitt's Creek, and anybody who has been riding since day one, it's like, yeah, finally, right?
Yeah.
But I got a lot of people. Jared's probably one of them. He's not an asshole about it, but he's just like not interested in things like that. And I never understand. I think guys equate Emmys, Oscars, Grammys, all the awards as like a girly thing.
Which I never understand.
I don't get that. To me, the only two things that like matter in my life are like sports and entertainment.
Exactly, which is
And-
why
and-
would you ever pass off an opportunity to give your opinion on something that you've seen? That's what I
Yeah.
don't understand.
And we
you give
care
your
about
opinion on sports. You don't want to give your
Yes.
opinion on the 14,000 hours of TV that we've all watched this entire time.
And
it
like
makes no
sports,
sense to
we
me.
care about who wins the MVP. We
Yeah.
care about who wins the Cy Young. That's just what the Emmys and the Oscars. Like when Leo hadn't won an Oscar and finally won one,
Yeah.
I thought that was like a big moment for like history.
Of
And
course.
when I see Schitt's Creek sweeps it, and even if you don't like Schitt's Creek, I like people being like, "What the fuck? I don't like this show. I can't believe they won. Why didn't XYZ win?" I love
Yeah.
all that. It's just like, do you watch TV and argue about who you think's funny and who you think's good? That's all the Emmys are. Now, I don't think the show
It's the
itself is
stigma.
good.
You know what it is? People don't even want to tune into these award shows because all they see and all the hubbub comes from the red carpet, and they think the red carpet is a girly thing because we're going to watch all these girls walk through in their dresses. But excuse me, the gentlemen
get
are
down
also
with that.
rolling through with their suits, and
Yeah.
maybe you just want to watch people look fly.
I like to look at hot, sexy people. You know
Exactly.
what it is,
Hot,
too?
sexy, rich people wearing rich clothes. I want to see that.
I think it goes a step further in recent years. Nobody likes complaining and condescending celebrities. So when they get
That's
up
true.
on stage and they're like talking about Trump or they're talking about changing the
that's
world.
my dad. My dad is.
It's like, yes,
anytime
right?
I get a text from my dad being like, "Oh, I won't watch that shit. All it is just a fucking blah blah blah
Yes.
platform. Like it's all about
but-
climate change." I'm like, "Yeah, well,
I
it
mean,
is all about that."
I don't care for that either. But so that's why I don't really want to watch the show. I don't need to see the acceptance speeches, but I do care if you win the Emmy or not. It drives me crazy that Always Sunny doesn't ever get nominated. It drives me nuts when like Big Bang wins a million years in a row. But then when I see
fucking hate
a
that
show, yeah, when I see an actual funny show,
Hate it.
when Veep won every year in a row, I was like, fuck yeah. When Schitt's Creek finally cleaned up,
I just
was
found
like,
out
they
what Veep
deserve
was
it.
like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I don't.
You
think
have
it's-
never heard of Veep, Jared?
Oh, you don't understand.
No, I did.
No, I
Jared
can't-
has
I
heard
can't
of
get
nothing.
into that.
He's heard of nothing.
I can't get into
Yeah,
that because
I did the
you're
trivia
just
show
you're a
with Jeff
simpleton.
D. Lowe. They
You
said something about Veep, and I was like, never heard of it.
you would hate it. You would hate it.
I can't believe
I
Jeff
hate
left
most
you on his show not knowing like if you don't. Not saying like Veep is the standard for knowing shit, but that's like you got to know that. It's Julia
you
Louis-Dreyfus.
watch? Did you watch like when you growing up? Did you watch like Seinfeld growing up? Did you watch like Friends?
No.
Did you watch like the NBC shows?
What'd you watch?
No, I hate
Baseball?
sitcoms. I watched baseball, and I was a big
I feel
24
like
guy.
24. Okay, I was gonna say Breaking Bad was like the first show you ever watched, but 24 preceded that, huh?
Yeah, 24 was my jam. Breaking Bad, and I tried Walking Dead, and I made it through like the first few seasons, and then once it became like less about zombies, I was out.
Let me tell you something, Jared. If you've seen one season of
Once
Walking
it became
Dead,
less about zombies, he was out. I just want to make sure that we all heard what he just said. Like, okay, cool.
If you've
I like
seen-
baseball
if-
and zombies.
if you've
Jared Carlos.
seen 1 through 3 or 4, you've seen 4 through 10 or wherever they're at now. It's the same goddamn show every single time. The camp is walking somewhere. Oh, and they found a safe place to stay, but actually it's not safe anymore because the zombies are here. But actually it turns out that maybe the humans are more dangerous than the zombies because human nature is actually blah, 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 blah. Rinse, repeat, same fucking thing over and over and over again. So you ain't missing much.
I feel like that's the same in every single show and movie on TV, but without the zombies most of the time.
Well, that show particularly though
Need
is
the
like
zombies.
they did numbers. I don't know if they still do anymore, but they were putting up like 20 million viewers a week. So I think they're just like,
That's ridiculous.
we just have to keep doing this. Like you just have to keep making seasons because it's that fucking popular.
Wow.
But
I feel like that's like that show, The Blacklist, right now. I was just talking shit about that the other day.
so-
That show it's been on for years. I've never seen a single episode. It's got a cult following.
But
I don't
that
know what
show,
the fuck that show's even
That's
about.
like a Law and Order or NCSI because what they do,
wow.
like
Okay.
every episode is standalone. There's an overarching plot, but then every episode's like
I didn't
a new
even know
bad
it was
guy.
like that.
Yes,
That's how bad their
but
marketing
Walking
team is.
Dead is just one like a long. What do they call that? It's not a procedural. It's the opposite of procedural, where they have one like continuous storyline and it just keeps going. And I'm like, I would like to see if they like find a cure or if they all die, but I'm not going to stick around and watch like 12
just let
fucking
me
seasons
know.
for this.
I'll probably forget about it before
yeah,
it's
I
over.
will tune back in for like the finale, but otherwise,
sure.
like, get lost.
For sure.
What else is cooking? So we're doing Bachelor. Is that back?
We're doing Bachelor stuff. Bachelor is back 10/13.
Ironically,
It's a
I
Tuesday.
think that's the one thing you would like, Jared.
The Bachelor?
Yeah.
You gotta jump on it this year. It's
In
like,
a
it's
weird way.
yeah,
I've
it's
said
gonna be
that
a
I
cluster.
think you
before.
would
It
just
was-
roast the dudes and then talk about how like the girls would want to bang the rocket, and it would be entertaining for you.
But what was that? There was like The Office. So I tried The Office this past off season, and I started to watch it. I made it through like 2 or 3 seasons.
Not
and
liking
I
The
was
Office
like,
is tough for me to swallow.
That is tough.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said like this feels like everyone else's show, and like I don't want to be the person that's like trying to have a conversation about The Office with people that it's like, yeah, I saw that episode 10 years ago. And with
You know
The
what
Bachelor,
That is
like,
true.
It's
The
new to everyone.
The combo you'll
Like,
be up
Yes,
on.
and I actually
Yeah.
agree with you on that a little bit about The Office because I haven't. I very much like The Office. I've seen it. I've watched it. All make quotes. I like the jokes. Whatever. I hate the people who go full Office all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
single conversation, there's an Office quote. Every single thing, like the people who wear the shirts, who do this, who do that. It's like. We know we like the fucking show, but do we really need to talk about The Office every single day?
That
It's, like,
happens
too
so
far.
much that the joke about that became cliche when people said
Right.
like liking The Office is not a personality. It really
Exactly.
did become that way. So I
It did.
get the backlash, but also you gotta remove all that and just watch it for what it's worth.
Yeah, I
And
mean, it's a great
so
show.
fucking funny.
Yeah.
The early days, incredible.
Mhm.
But the reality shit, see, Jared, you don't have time for like a show anymore because you're married to the game
That's true.
I'm married to the game.
and you're trying to become a father now. I mean, he's got baby
Yeah.
fever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
getting bitches pregnant right now? You gonna
I'm
get married
trying.
first,
I'm
or you're
trying.
just gonna
No,
no, I don't want to be a
marriage.
single dad.
Single
Yeah,
dad.
single dad? That's
rate-
admirable. Why? Because you'll pull more chicks as a single dad.
No, because I don't know. I just feel like I'd probably ruin the marriage, but I'd be a good dad.
That's nice.
He's selfless.
Very
He's just- he's
self-aware
like,
as
don't,
well.
I don't want you
Yeah.
to ruin yourself, so
Okay.
just stay away from me. But also,
Yeah, let's
bear my
just
child.
start off in a broken home. Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's
Well, you know what it is. You can't break a home if it starts off separated.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
You can't know what you're missing if you've never had it. So, like, yeah, you don't have a
Exactly.
mom. It's just me.
Don't fix what's not broken, and it was never broken.
she's not even going to be in the picture. What are you going to? Like,
I'd imagine
snuff
she
her out or
probably would
something?
she'd probably want visitation rights, which she can probably have like when I'm on the road and stuff.
Oh,
with
so I
Dallas.
didn't
Okay.
realize you're getting full custody.
Wait. So okay. No. I need you to break this down a little bit more. Are you getting a divorce? Like, are you getting this woman pregnant
No,
and then
no,
getting
no,
a
no,
divorce?
Just no marriage to begin with. Just
no,
girlfriends.
just literally no marriage at
just
all.
knock this hoe
You're
out.
gonna
Strictly
find a girl. Are you gonna
a
have any
host
relationships?
situation.
Okay, so just like get a surrogate. Just Kim K it.
I would.
You are
eh,
worth
I don't know.
$79 million.
Then you don't have to give the kid up,
Yeah,
or
that's true.
do you want some time off from the kid?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna want some time off during baseball season, like when we travel and everything.
Okay,
And I
okay.
want to at least have a relationship. Like, I don't want it to be a complete stranger that I'm putting my legacy into.
I think that's fair. There's a lot of movies like this. I feel
Mm-hmm.
where it's like we're friends and we just had a kid and then
Yeah.
it works out terribly because we
Always,
fell in love. Like,
yeah.
it's just
Oh wow. We actually
every
fell for
time.
each other, except the Rockets.
Aren't
gonna
you
be
like a
going, no.
romantic guy too, Jared? Like, wouldn't you
I
like
am
fall in
pretty-
love with someone?
Yeah, I'm a huge pussy. I think
Yeah,
for the most part,
that's what I
like that's
meant.
what I'm trying to avoid is because if I have a child with a girl and then like I fall in love with this girl and it's like, well, we created this child together, it's pieces of us, and then she fucks someone else, like then I'm gonna go off the deep end. And I'd rather live a full life than have that happen and then jump in front of a train.
Yeah, I get that. I totally get it. There's some movie specifically that's got like, I don't know, John Hamm, Adam Scott, like a bunch of Megan Fox is weirdly in it, like a bunch of random people where they do this. It's two friends where they have kids, and their friends are so pissed off because it is working. Like they just have kids and they're like, oh, and they're a healthy relationship and it's cool and they live in the same place but different wings and the whole thing.
I think
kind of like your like KFC radio thing the other day. I was listening to that, but also like they weren't mad about the situation. Their friends were pissed off. Right. They were married with kids being like, you don't fucking get it. Way. Yeah. They're like, why are you like, you're cheating by doing this? Like we have it harder than you. It's fucked up. I can't think of the name of the movie though.
I sit around all the time, obviously, because I'm sitting here as a single dad and a divorced guy thinking about like the landscape of how it all works. Mm-hmm. I can't believe that like the vast majority, almost everybody buys into like, this is the only way to do it. Everything else in the modern world is very like customized or like here's how I work. I work from home. I work on this. I make my money OnlyFans. I have side gigs. Everything's alternative except for it's like you have to meet someone, you have to marry them, you have to live with them, monogamy, kid, family, and like that's it.
You know what I say all the time is I would act like a completely different person and do everything that I wanted to do in my own life if everybody that was older than me and my own family were dead.
Yes.
Like as soon as my whole family is dead, I will do whatever the fuck I want.
Well,
because I don't care. But I know that like my parents will be furious if I like have a kid out of wedlock and like have an OnlyFans and like show my tits around. Like they'll be mad. They're the only ones that will care. Like, I could give a fuck.
I say this all the time. God, I wish my whole family and friends would just get slaughtered and be dead.
Right. And it's horrible to say. It's so bad to say, but it's like, yeah, I kind of wish it.
Oh, I don't want my kids to die. My kids,
your kids are fine.
Yes.
Your kids will be progressive.
Like you said, older.
They will. No. You have the option now to like help your kids be progressive and normal and be like, do whatever you want. Like, let your freak flag fly however you feel like
I would pick up.
I think Ellen wouldn't care.
Oh, Ellen's down to ride. Yeah.
Well, your mom's
like if I had a kid right now with someone that I met at a bar like last night, like I feel like should be good for you, Jared. Like, you know what?
What I've learned,
she wants the grandkids.
My family, and I hope everyone out there has family just like mine. My family showed me just how ride or die they are when I went through everything. They were just like, all right, I don't know, we'll figure it all out. It's all good. But I also think it's at the point where it's like, but don't put me through anything else.
Yeah.
like
all right,
we've done enough.
We've had enough.
So if I decided to do yet another like thing or live some alternative, whatever, they'd be like, you motherfucker. But if I hate living in New York, the only reason I'm here is because of all of them.
That's true.
What if I got into a relationship with a single mom? Does that count? Or like, no, I want my own kid, right?
Yeah, I was going to say,
then you're a stepdad.
My thing, and I am going through this as well.
Maybe with like a newborn baby, a new mother you get in a relationship with, and then it's almost like you're raising it.
It's almost I'm trying to think of the pros and cons here. One of the pros is that like if I have to travel for work, it's like, well, it's your fucking kid. Like you take care. Like I'm not.
When you're a step parent, I think you're like, oh, things are going good. I'll treat you like you're my own son. Things are going bad, bitch. You're not mine. Go to your mom. That's what I mean. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't love kids. I love my kids, and I don't know if that's like a genetic thing or if it's just like those are my kids.
I feel like most people say that. Like I personally at this present time fucking hate kids. Like I can't stand kids. I think other people's kids are like sometimes cute in photos. I think your kids are cute. I don't know if I want to like hang out with them for a weekend. No. Like I don't. I'm good.
Kelly,
like,
trust me, you don't.
I know. Like I got shit to do. Like I got a nap for like 20 hours.
I got a nap.
It's not fun. Yeah. It's not
fun.
No,
it doesn't look fun.
It's love. It's fulfillment. It's higher purpose. Blah blah blah. But if you are alone, and I say, Jared, what do you want to do this weekend? Kelly, what do you want to do this weekend? I guarantee your answer is not like watch fucking Bubble Guppies and hang out at the playground.
No, it's
you
not.
don't get to do adult things that bring you pleasure and enjoyment. You have to do things.
My
for your
best
kids.
friend has 2 kids, and every time we hang out, all we listen to is Baby Shark for 12 straight hours until I go to bed.
That's not enjoyable. That's not fun.
Over and over again. Baby Shark.
I pour acid in my ears.
Like I do that for my kids. I don't do that for other kids. People tell me, well, you got to go find a single mom who has her own kids, and you guys are on the same page. It's like, I don't want to be a stepdad.
But also,
to them.
that's what I mean. Like, why you want to add more to the mix?
Right.
Like, that also sounds terrible.
I got a lot on my plate now. On my time when I don't have my kids, I have your kids.
No, forget it. I have a friend who, one of my good friends, is single, and she, until recently, we didn't realize, she's like, I like guys who are a little bit older. I don't mind if they have kids, whatever. And we were like, you know what? You are right. You have big, like, stepmom energy. Like, you'd be a great stepmom, like, good with kids occasionally, but like, only on the weekends, every other weekend situation. Like, that is your vibe. And she's like, yeah, honestly, I don't really want kids past that.
See, yeah, maybe you should pass me
your
girl's number.
I was like, what do you?
I mean, that is literally like exactly kind of what I need.
Her number.
It's like you can be good with my kids,
great hair,
but then not want your own, holler at me,
That's
shorty.
it. I'll tell you, there are more bitches like that than you think.
Really?
So especially
I
in
need
my
an
like
app
age
for that.
range. Like I am about to be 30, so it's right in that age range. Is
But
like
here's
There
we
needs
don't
to be
want
Tinder
kids
for that.
Yeah, there should be an app
It's
that's
like
called
downassbitches.com.
Down ass
on Hinge
bitches.
right
We'll
now.
call it dab.
You can say that, which
Dab
I don't
on
know
these
how to talk
hoes.
about that. It can say it says like you can put have children, don't want children.
Okay, but
like,
here's the thing.
want children.
I think
It's
a
like
lot
whole
of
thing.
people, I think a lot of girls say things and don't actually mean it.
Like what? Give me an example.
Like, I don't want kids. It's like, I think that you just haven't met the right person yet. And when you do, you will want to have kids.
I think that's
So-
fair to say. I also think some bitches are serious. Like I'm pretty serious.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I'm very serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I
but-
cannot. I think about like a woman giving birth, and I'm now nauseous. Like I'm
Yeah.
about to dry heave. Like it's just that sounds horrible.
What about it?
And
What about it makes you dry heave?
just everything about it? Be like the thought of having pressure inside of your stomach and on top of your rib cage,
It's awful.
also,
It's awful.
and having to like sit on a bed and being like exposed in a room full of people and they're pulling shit out of your vagina and you're just sitting there. I want to
catastrophe.
throw up right
It's an
now.
absolute
It's
catastrophe.
horrible.
I can't
horrible.
believe- I
and
cannot
any
believe
woman
we
who's
haven't,
like,
like,
oh,
evolved."
the miracle of birth, I can't wait. I'm like, you can't wait for that?
Yeah.
I understand. You can't wait for your baby. You can't wait to like raise a child. You can't wait to sit in a room full of people while they rip your insides
you know
out?
what happens?
Fucking psychopath.
I
what do
think
you mean?
the reason why
Nut
is because
jobs.
you know what leads up to that is 9 months of hell. Where you're like, I
Yeah.
can't wait
Oh,
to
where
get
you're
in
like,
there
all right,
because
this
get
is
this the fuck
yeah,
out
yeah,
of me.
yeah. That's a
because
good
I
way
can't
to look
live
at
that
it.
way anymore. You know,
Sure.
And then I do believe there's literally, I've said this before, I think there's literally something called like delivery or pregnancy amnesia, where it's like the only reason you'll have
Oh,
another
that
kid
happens.
is because you forget how bad
It's like
it
a
was.
couple years later, you forget, like, oh, like let's have another one.
Yeah.
But it's like you forgot that
These
you
girls-
actually were torn apart, like the fucking bitch in Alien. Like, what do you mean?
These girls
it
see
just
like
sounds like death.
a little pair of like knit booties and they're like, oh babies, let's have another one. I'm like, you literally ripped your vagina to your ass.
No, it's crazy.
And
I
you're gonna
need
wanna do
I need
this
like
again.
a niece or a nephew is what I need. And my brother is younger than me. So I just it's
Catch
gonna be
up,
a
pal.
long time.
Catch up,
yeah,
Sam.
like
Let's go.
I have a feeling like no, there's no way. But that's what I would like. I would like a little niece to spoil. Not even really a nephew. Fuck that. Like I want a little
Can you
girl
rent
that I can
kids?
buy
Like,
girl
can you
shit.
Can
be
you
like-
rent kids? I used to have an idea to rent puppies, not kids, but like if you want
That's
a
a
puppy
good
for a
idea.
day,
If I
you
wanted
can
to
walk
like,
into the park.
if I wanted like to raise a child in, I mean, I'm sure that's basically what the fuck is those things called? I forget, but like
Oh, the Big
basically if
Brother
you, like,
program. That
yeah,
sounds
like if
that
you
sounds
like
the Big
raise
Brother
the kid
program. Yeah.
until they
Yeah.
were like, I don't know, 13, then it's like, all right, now you go off into the world and become a man.
But what
Well,
if
that's
what
like
if
a
that
foster
kid?
parent.
That's
And
true.
usually
Yeah,
just
yeah,
put
yeah,
cigarettes
that's
out
what
on
I
the
meant.
kids.
Yeah. Like I can be like a foster home.
Yeah, but
That's-
you know what the problem is there? You do get a bunch of lemons. You know, these are not like
Yeah.
fun kids. They're like, you know, kids who are going to be like problem children. And then it's your
Yeah, but
fault.
not if
Then it's
they're
your
like
problem.
newborns. Then you shape them how you want.
Oh, you
If
want
they're
them
like
from
six
jail
Yeah,
street.
and they're
but
problem
then-
child. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna give up at 13, and then you're just gonna hope that you did okay. I feel like 13 is a pretty pivotal
No, you
age
probably
to
keep in touch,
disappear.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, at that point, that's probably when they get
You
kind of
keep in
cool.
touch,
That's when
okay.
you're playing baseball. They're banging bitches. You start to all of a sudden
Yeah.
have a buddy.
I would like to hang with some
Yeah.
teens.
No,
Yeah,
Like,
I just don't want
you
them
don't
to
want to
live.
hang with teens.
A little
No.
bit. I want them to show me stuff. Like I feel like
Oh, you
I
wanna
will come in and
stay
be
young
like
through them?
Yeah, a little bit. Like I know that I will definitely like be lame and old,
Yeah.
but I am self-aware enough to come in and be like, listen guys, I know
Teach
that I'm
me
lame
this
and
shit.
old, but
Yeah.
I want to like laugh with you. Like I want to do
Right.
this shit. You can make fun of me to my face while also showing me this shit. So then I will
the new
accidentally
TikTok,
be cool and
or
then
the
you'll
new
love
songs,
me.
the new whatever.
Why do you think
Yeah.
I spend hours and hours on TikTok?
Yeah,
like
trying to be young, trying
I'm
to be cool.
basically 14 years old inside my body. I've successfully become
How about
14
how
years
about
old
this? I
inside.
run into with girls lying. I feel like girls will be like, I am not looking for anything serious, and it's like,
Yeah,
but
they're
gonna.
lying about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they're
like,
almost
you
always lying about
are, you
that.
know, and I can't. I don't want to like. First of all, be like, you're lying. Like it's like I have to take you at your word. You're an adult. I can't
Yeah.
be like, no, you're wrong. It's like you're telling me your feelings, but they're like, let's just see where it goes. It's like I know where this is gonna go.
This is
And
you
it's
know
gonna
why
end up
you know
with
why
like
girls
you
do
getting
this.
upset, and I have
You know why
they
girls
they
do
think
this?
they're gonna change
They'll
me.
so that too, but they'll do this and they'll think like, oh, it's fine. He's gonna fall so in love with me that he's gonna be like, I know you said
Yeah.
let's not do anything, but I just love you so much, and that's what they're expecting. And then when it doesn't happen, they get upset, and then they'll
I'm
say
like, I
things to
told
the
you.
guy, and
Yes.
he'll be like, well, you said, and I took your word,
Yes.
and you'll be like, I know, and I was serious, and so that's why this just can't work. And then it's like a guilt trip, and then I'm gonna guilt you into being my boyfriend.
Yes, you fucking bitches.
That's what happens.
it. And it's like-
sorry, bitches, but
So-
that's what
it's
happens.
such
That's what girls do.
bullshit.
That's the playbook.
That's the
really
playbook.
Is, and it's like because I'm like what you just said about like how you don't want to have kids. I don't have more kids. I really don't. And people keep saying to me, first they asked me, am I going to get remarried? And I was like, I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
But I just don't think so. And they're like, everybody says that. My lawyer told me something like 75% of people who get divorced get remarried in the next 5 years because it's like you're already predisposed to it. You're going to find someone else.
That's a wild window.
Huge number.
I would have said like 10
5
years.
Yeah, he said
that's
5 years.
That's quick.
So I was like, listen, who am I? I always fall in with like the normal crowd. So I'm like,
Yeah.
if more people do this, then okay, maybe I'll get remarried. I really don't think I want to go through the kids process again. I don't want to restart the clock. Like I said, I really love my kids. I don't think I want more. I think I would freak out being like, do I love this one as much as I love the first ones? It would freak me out, right?
For sure.
That would bug me out. I don't want to go down the road. And people keep telling me like, well, you're going to find someone and you're going to fall in love and then you're going to want to have kids with them. And I'm like, I just don't fucking think so.
How old are you right now? Like
35.
35? So yeah, so say like from today, it's been a couple of years, but from today, within the next 5 years, you get married. Maybe within a couple of years, you have kids. You're going to be like 40 something,
I can
having
barely
a
keep up
newborn
as
baby.
is.
Yeah, that's my
I'm on
thing.
the ground,
is the
like,
age
the
thing.
old mom, old dad thing is tough.
My parents are very young. So whenever I was young and I was delusional about like where I'd be in my 20s and 30s, I thought I'd be like married with a house at age 30 with kids.
Throw it out the fucking window if you have a plan. If you are young now and you have a plan, I'm going to meet you by this age, fall in love with you by this age, engaged, married, kids by it's all going to go out the window. For good or bad. It might be because you got a great job, maybe because you do this, that, opportunities, but throw it out the window.
Exactly. But my parents were super young. And so it was really fun. I'm the oldest. And I only have one sibling who's 7 years younger than me. So it was like a party all the time. I got to hang out with their friends. It was great. So I always thought to myself, like, oh, that's the only way I'll have kids. I want them to be like that, blah, blah, blah. I'm already past that. It's already too much. I can barely get out of my bed in the morning without stretching. I was tweeting the other day that I need like morning stretches. Like my knees are fucked up.
To
my
come
knees
stretch me.
Right. Like
You need an inversion table.
to fix my. Yes, I do.
It's a miracle
yes.
worker.
Yeah.
It works.
Do you have one? Do you have an inversion table?
No,
That'd be
so one of my
ridiculous.
friends who's a dad got it for Father's Day. So like
That's so
he
smart.
just like
I've had
flips
them in the
upside down
past.
every fucking day. It's a miracle.
That's
it really
exactly
does
what I
work.
want. I always say it in the way though, inversion table, I guess, is what actually is what I need. But I always say that I want one of those like medieval torture devices that you tie your arms and legs to that stretches your body out and just like cracks all your shit and maybe breaks your bones and kills you. Like that would be a cool thing too.
I need morning. I need every single morning a chiropractor to show up at my door and do the and just crack all my body, and then I can maybe get out of bed without being like in agony.
I've only
so
been,
if I had a kid when I was 40,
no, forget it.
Fucking
No.
no
Forget it.
chance.
You can't do it.
But you know what else I'm worried about is like you said, guilting. Like if I meet someone who I do like, and I do like say I fall like actually in love, I'm gonna be like, she wants kids and she deserves kids. So like I guess I'll just like leave
what
it in.
if she does?
You know?
And like, will she be content?
That's
like,
why it will
with
ultimately
being a
always
stepmom?
end up being tragic. Because
Yeah.
I ultimately will be
Yeah,
like,
for
I
sure.
do love you. I do understand you want kids. It just can't be with me. So see you later. And then we all
So you're
cry.
John
You
Cena.
know,
Okay.
Yeah, exactly that.
Sure.
You know what
Yeah.
though, Kevin? Sometimes just some of us are made out to have tragic love stories and tragic lives, and I think you're one of those people. You're just made out to
Great.
have it. Like you
It's the
can,
mush.
you
It's
can
the mush.
withstand it, so you have to have it. Like
Can I though? Can I withstand
but I don't know.
it,
Like
Kelly?
we'll see. And if you can't, it's like all right. Well,
Withstand is an interesting word.
I'll do
Like,
a great.
Am I
I'll-
going to
great
kill
tweet for your
myself?
death.
I will never kill myself.
Okay.
That's a promise. I will not kill myself. Take it to the bank.
Okay.
You can old takes expose me if I'm dead one day and I kill myself.
I'm definitely
Oh,
gonna
I-
do that.
Yeah,
promise
definitely gonna
you.
do it. Be like,
I'm gonna
this
tweet
fucking
this
liar.
clip and be like, he fucking said he wasn't
Even
gonna
in
do
death,
it.
he's
That
a fucking
pussy.
liar.
Guys, I
Yeah.
promise you, I will never kill myself. I won't do that to my kids or my family. But withstanding the tragedy, it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, no, it'll be bad. But again, like I said, it's weird. We're that dramatic lifestyle. You have to embrace it like that. Like, wow, I live this drama. I breathe this drama. This is my whole
You're a little
identity now.
sandcastle on the
is
beach, Kevin. That's all
dramatic.
you are.
Getting wiped away.
Just pretend
Yeah,
like you
the-
live in the middle of a
waves,
movie
they'll
and
fuck
shit
you up.
sucks.
I do that. I
Yeah.
don't dramatize it quite like I don't romanticize it like you just
Romanticize
did,
it,
making
yeah.
it sound
That's what I
awesome.
do. That's what I do.
But what
then
I do-
usually am let down.
What
later.
I have told myself is that I have seen without going to war and seeing like death and crazy shit like that. I've seen like some of the best that life has to offer with this shit and everything that's gone well, and I've seen some of the absolute worst that life has to offer. A lot of it's self-inflicted, but just in general, I've gone through the ringer and gone through the fire, and I do like kind of pride myself on being able to have withstood it and like
feel
make
that,
it
yeah.
through it. I don't sit around being like it's like a movie and I love it, but I do.
No. Nobody loves life. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like anybody
Right.
saying that they love life is a fucking liar. Like,
Or they're just like children.
I hate also also two people who are like having a good day and they will like tweet a thing out. I'd be like, oh, just like feeling good. Like
Fuck
this
off.
is possible. I'm like, oh, really? Like next week when you're crying like about something else, like I don't want to fucking hear it.
When-
like
when,
don't
I'm
ever
in the
say
middle.
you're feeling good because you're going to jinx
I was gonna
it.
say, I feel like you like your life.
I'm
That's
in
all
the
right.
middle. Like I
'Cause you
never
don't have any
feel
responsibilities.
good. And I'm
Right.
so just like delusional and isolated from like the real world issues. Like I went on Kirk Minahan's show the other day and he's like, who are you going to vote
Oh,
for?
this
I'm
was
like, I don't
amazing.
know.
What is
Like, I
that?
have
He
no
didn't
idea.
know who.
Okay.
He had no idea who Ruth Bader Ginsburg was.
No, I
Kirk
did.
did not or
No,
Jared,
Jared.
did not?
He didn't
No, I
know-
did.
I don't think he knew what the Supreme Court was. Right?
That's crazy.
No, I know what the Supreme Court is.
If anything,
but, like,
to not know what it is because it's like annoying to hear about. If
Yeah,
you don't know
like you don't have to
anything
be
about
invested
that.
in it. But
Yeah,
just be
yeah,
like-
yeah.
One of the funniest things I've ever heard was somebody said the Supreme Court is a regular court, but just with sour cream and tomatoes, like Supreme tacos. Tim Dillon
Oh,
tweeted
I
out
like
there
that
today. I
very
was like,
much.
that.
That's a
I
good
might
one.
steal that one
That's a good
at a
one.
cocktail party
Yeah.
or two.
I like that very much.
I rarely physically feel good, and I don't always feel like emotionally good. But like, I love my life. Like,
Jared,
I
okay,
feel
let
like
me
I've
just
got it made.
explain
I think
something
that's
to you.
nice. I think that's
Let me
nice.
just explain something to you.
Yeah.
You just said you don't feel physically good, right? You
Yeah,
are
my
in
body,
like
every-
phenomenal shape.
Yeah, you go to the gym and
So like
shit.
think
You don't
about
even
how I
good?
feel.
Every,
Think about how
every
just-
morning
but
when I wake
get
up,
it.
I feel hungover. Every
I-
morning. Every
Jared,
morning. Like,
that's-
I
that
don't,
is
I don't
called
even
life.
really drink at
That's
all.
life.
And I wake up every morning and I feel hungover.
Yeah, as do I.
My body
so
hurts. my
so think about the
spirit
people.
hurts.
Imagine that, but you're not in good shape, and then you're me.
Yeah.
And then imagine you don't
Yeah.
feel good emotionally. For what? What's gone? Why are you not happy emotionally?
Yeah, like do you
Fuck
are you an anxiety guy? Anxiety
Yes.
club? Okay, so
Big time.
All right, so you got some of that. That's he's got
That's why
some
I
of
left
that.
New
though.
York
He's
City.
fucking
I
fine.
live in a
Oh,
castle by
He's
myself.
being a big baby. He's fine. You don't have anxiety.
Not
Are
in
you
that castle
kidding
by
me?
yourself. You
You're
don't.
fine.
All those TVs. How could you possibly?
Yeah, you're in the launch
I don't
pad
ever
every
believe you
day.
anymore. I don't believe you anymore.
You got Ellen.
New
You're
York will do it
fine.
to you, but you
Ellen's
fled.
here now.
Now you're a pussy.
She's at the launch pad?
She's at the launch pad right now. Yeah, she's cleaning. Ellen cleaning service.
I mean, what could you possibly be
That's
anxious about? You
lovely.
got your mom coming over to the launch pad to clean up for you. She's probably going to cook you a nice, she's going to make you a nice lunch and cut it into triangles and cut the crust off, too.
That's
That'd be
lovely.
Fuck
nice. I like
off.
a grilled cheese. Yeah.
That moms make grilled cheeses better than anybody.
They
I don't
really
know why.
do.
Sandwiches
In the
in
world.
general, but grilled cheeses
Grilled cheese specifically, yeah.
The right amount of cheese, the right melt of it. It's
They
just
put a shit ton of
perfect.
butter. They really get
Yeah.
it. Really get it going.
Just the right amount. You know,
Yeah.
some people make it with mayonnaise.
I have tried both.
Is it good?
fuck
Mayonnaise
that.
is like a restaurant thing. People tell me. I prefer butter. I think butter
Me
is
too.
better.
Give me some-
specifically like country
Give me
crock,
some,
like that.
Give me white Wonder Bread,
Yeah.
white trash, soft
Mhm.
bread, synthetic with the butter.
Yes.
I'll probably do the mayo, but
Yeah, like I said, I tried it. It was fine. I prefer the
Take
butter.
it or leave it.
You
Yeah,
can
it's
get
like
more
whatever.
butter
I don't
on
do
there.
mayo
The
or
mayo
anything.
gets a little greasy on your fingers when you're trying to eat it, which I hate eating shit with my hands for that reason. That's like I don't like having stuff on my
I
hands.
could see you
Same.
I'm a fork
eating.
person.
I bet you eat buffalo wings with a knife and fork.
I do.
Absolutely.
I
What a pain in
like
the ass.
whatever. They have to be boneless for sure, and not
Okay,
even.
but
I do like
if-
a honey sauce
Yeah,
type
you're
thing.
such
Like I don't
a
even really
bitch.
eat.
You
wings.
are such
like
a pain
that's
in the
not
ass.
my. Yeah,
if I
am.
gave you a bone-in wing, would
Yeah.
you sit there and like cut it
No,
up?
no. I would eat it for fear of being judged for
Okay.
cutting it up. If I
Right.
were alone, I
But
probably
you
would.
What you do? You'd hold it
use
and you
my-
like nibble it,
Yes,
and then you put it back
yes.
with like all.
I'm
of
like
the meat on the
Squidward
bone.
with a Krabby Patty, like if you know that
No,
reference.
definitely not.
from
I'm way too old for
SpongeBob.
that.
I
But
do.
he like where I like take just a little piece with my teeth, and like that's me.
You're like a
that's me
squirrel.
trying to eat
Just like a
something. Yeah,
nibble.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still want it on my face. I don't want to make a mess. I
Yeah.
have makeup on. I have
Wings.
lipstick on. Like
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
want
like that either.
It's just like
I had
ridiculous.
fucking smart food last night, and I was like, it's so good, but it's also so
All
such a
over your
fucking problem
fingers.
for me.
The smart
Yeah.
food
It's a
is
commi- it's
is
a
really
commitment.
it leaves like a cake on your fingers.
Yeah, it really does.
Like cheese
I don't like
doodles,
that.
you get the orange on there. Doritos get the orange on there. The
Yeah, yeah,
smart
yeah.
food though, it's like
No, you
It's
got
like
to
makeup
scrape
on your
it off.
fingers.
Honestly.
Yeah.
You got to use your nails and scrape it off. You know what I've been doing last night? I was dipping Thin Mints in jar peanut butter. Pretty good.
Ooh,
I just
don't think I
fuck
like it,
with
but I love Thin
mint
Mints.
and chocolate. But I do appreciate your
It was
creativity.
pretty good. I thought the thin part of the Thin Mints would be like the mint part. Sorry, not the thin part would be bad, but it actually was good.
I can't co-sign that, but I do love the like. I don't know. Fuck it. Let's give it a whirl. I did so much of that in quarantine when
Yeah.
I was just putting Hershey Kisses in tortilla wraps. Like whatever. I don't fucking
Yeah,
know.
that's like
Just
all I do
making
is
shit
just
up.
like get high and do that shit now.
I mean,
that's my favorite shit to do at
I've
night.
just been eating slices of white bread when I'm high.
Yeah, no, that's great.
It's not
That's
great.
great.
It's not great.
It's sometimes you
It's
gotta
like-
have sustenance somehow.
Yes, but it's like I will try sometimes, not recently, but there have been times where I will try to be healthy.
Mhm.
Eat a salad, eat some no carb shit, and then I go home and I have to smoke to go to sleep at night, and then I'm high and I eat 4 slices of white bread.
Yeah.
It's like, well, all that's erased.
That's what happens. Yeah, no. There is no monitoring your health or weight or whatever if you're smoking weed. Like you have to know that going in. So you have to plan
I also
accordingly.
just think there's maybe none that's just not on the cards for me at all anymore. I just
All right,
got
Kevin.
too much other shit.
All right, Kevin, you're a
to
real piece
balance.
of shit. You're never going to get better. All
Yeah.
of your shit sucks. Like, just actually give up already. Like, why don't you just fucking kill yourself?
with the working out and getting in shape? I got too much other shit to worry about.
I understand.
Being in shape is a luxury for people who don't have real problems.
I also agree.
It's the most unhealthy thing I've ever
I'm
said.
like a thin person. I'm very unhealthy. I'm extremely unhealthy in the same way. I don't work out. I don't eat well. I
You're
just happen
lucky
to
you
be
just got
thin.
good genes. Yeah.
So I am also like I look forward to the day in the future whenever I die and they cut my body open for science because that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And I want them to just see like what they find.
Oh,
in
you're
this
like a
body.
science
It's going to be black on the inside with like just around the whole inside. All I do is like smoke and jewel and whatever all day long. It's going to be all that. My liver's going to be gross, and they're going to like probably find a shoe like they do in sharks. And stuff, you know,
like a license plate comes
like
out of there.
like I don't know what I'm eating
I feel
anymore.
like
That's what they're gonna
you
find.
would shatter like glass if like something happened to you. Like you got
Probably.
hit by something or a car or
Yeah.
a person.
Yeah, that
I
would
feel like
kill me
you
for
are
sure.
super frail.
It would definitely
That would
kill me.
kill me for sure.
That would kill me for sure. Although, like I hesitate. I got to knock on all the wood all around the place. I've never broken a bone, like apart from my
Wow.
pinky
All right, so maybe
toes.
I'm wrong then.
Yeah, my
You
pinky.
drink a lot of milk?
I did growing up whole milk, straight up.
Straight
Fuck
whole
yeah.
milk.
All
Yay!
day, whole milk,
Yay,
whole
yay!
milk. I don't know what you're doing here, but
It's
I know you do it.
Whole milk.
milk.
Whole milk. WM.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. That's me now. No. Whole milk for real all day. And can I tell you something? My parents would never let me get up off the, away from the table unless it was all finished. Even when we were having like spaghetti and meatballs. It'd be like spaghetti and meatballs and also a glass of milk.
Yes.
And I'd be like, I'm too full. Also, I've always been like a tiny person. I'm too full. I can't eat this. I can't have this whole milk. And they'd make me sit there at the table till like
Just
8 o'clock at
gulping it
night
down?
until I finished it.
No, that's probably where the problem started.
Yeah, probably.
I once same sort of thing.
Yeah.
My parents were big on the clean plate club.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't let me leave the plate, leave the table. Would not let me have my purple grape like bubblicious bubble gum for dessert
That's
till I
fucked up.
finished my dinner. So I was taking the chicken.
You have bubble gum for
sneaking-
dessert?
Yeah, that sucks.
This like
It's a really shitty
sucks.
dessert.
no.
That sucks so bad.
First of all, you don't understand what my house was. The reason that like something like that was dessert is because donuts and cake and pastries were just food in my house. That might have been
Yeah.
the meal. It was
That was
snacks.
kind of my house
it was,
too. We're a snack house big time. Yeah.
I mean,
big
we
time
had
snack house.
soda, we had Entenmann's, it was all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a regular thing. But specifically this night, I remember wanting this gum. They wouldn't give it to me until I finished. I was taking the chicken and I was hiding it under the tablecloth. And then they celebrated
Smooth.
me. They threw me a fucking party like, you did it, Clean Plate Club. Somehow thinking that like I just didn't. I was young, so I didn't realize they were gonna.
Were they
move the
guilting you?
tablecloth.
Were they like watching you do that?
No,
And
I had duped them until
You
they
really did.
cleaned up. They moved the tablecloth and they were
Wow.
like, "There's all the fucking chicken, you little sociopath." So that's probably when I should have
how
realized that I
long was
had
the
trouble.
How long was the chicken there?
It was just like 20 minutes later. My mom was cleaning up
Oh,
the
okay,
dinner
okay,
table,
okay.
and she was like,
I
"What the fuck
was
is
envisioning
this?"
like they found the chicken the next fucking
No,
day.
no,
But did you get the gum?
rotted.
Yeah, chomping away, man.
Did you use
Fuck
the spot?
yeah,
Was
you did.
Bubblicious like bubble tape or Bubblicious?
This one was like the
little pieces.
the cubes. Like
I love the cubes. Yeah, grape
I-
flavor though. You're trash.
Yeah, well, listen.
Grape
I
is
mean,
gross.
I've done it all. I've done
Grape
every
is
flavor
gross,
under
but
the sun.
not gum. Grape flavored gum
Yeah.
is good.
Grape-
Grape,
fuck
no,
with
it
it.
smells funny to me. Kind of like orange flavored gum to me smells like BO.
You smell fucking funny, and
No,
I'm letting
I
you do
smell
the
great.
show.
People tell me every time. They tell me I smell good. But however, the orange gum tastes like BO and
What's orange? Orange flavor? Or
like
just
orange flavor
color?
gum. Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
gross. The
Did
only
you
one
guys
that's
ever
regular.
have the gum? It came in like a little milk carton, and it was like little like pebbles almost.
Oh,
And you
like
could open it
chiclets
up.
almost.
Kind of like chiclets, but it
chiclet,
came
yeah.
in like a little orange juice like carton.
I
And
feel
I think
like
it was orange flavor, and you just like poured them out.
I feel like maybe
and I
I've
would just
seen
put
that.
the whole thing in my mouth. I also, you know
I
what I
used
used
to
to
do that
do?
with nerds.
I used to freak people out. I would take the bubble tape and I
Yeah.
would bite into it rather than pull like.
Oh, that's
Oh.
okay. Why would you ever do that?
yeah,
just to fuck
explains
with
a lot.
people.
I used to swallow a bubble tape a lot. That's for
7
something
years.
about it. It's like that's what they always say. 7 years.
7 years in your
Another
stomach.
thing I used to do was swallow gum on my walk home from school every single day because I wasn't supposed to be chewing gum, and I would take
Get
the
rid of this.
bus
Get
in
rid
the
of the
third
evidence.
grade, swallow it every day for I swear to God 6 months. Like there's definitely a wad of gum in my stomach.
They'll
that
find
will
it when they
never
cut you
leave.
open.
Yeah, they are gonna.
There's
That's
the
one of the things
shoe
we're
and
gonna
the
find.
wad of gum.
But no, bubble tape. Something about the consistency of that. You got to swallow it. That's a meal. Like you can't.
Oh, that gum.
You can't
is
just chew
so
it. It's like
good.
too like I don't know. Do you
Thick
know what I'm
almost.
talking about?
And it's got that powder on
Yeah,
it. It's like,
yeah.
yeah.
Crack cocaine. Yeah.
Let's
that's what's
hit a
on there.
break. When
Yeah.
we come back, more CCK. Kelly out, Casey out, Kelly in, and we'll keep it moving here until 3 o'clock.
Take no more. Never felt like this before. Come on, get me
Out of all of the promotional beer products I've ever seen, specifically from Miller Lite, who's always been on top of the promo game, the Can Tenna is by far the best. So here's what happened. Since there's all this sorts of cord cutting going on, Miller Lite basically trolled football fans everywhere by setting up a fake website that looked like you were going to get an illegal stream and you're going to pull up Sunday night games. And it turned out to be this insane ad for this new promo product called the Miller Lite Cantenna. It's an actual TV antenna that can broadcast channels attached to a actual full can of Miller Lite. It's like this technological beer that is sent from like Silicon Valley. It's unbelievable. And right now, when you go to MillerLiteCantenna.com, you can enter in some sweepstakes to check out some football in some high definition, and you can win right now. That's MillerLiteCantenna.com, and it ends on October 12th. You must be a legal resident of the 50 states, 21 or older. Cantenna is available in Colorado, D.C., Florida, Idaho, Louisiana, Mississippi, New Hampshire, Nevada, New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. Void where prohibited. See official rules at MillerLiteCantenna.com for entry instructions, prizes, and restrictions. Our next sponsor here, it's a product that I invented. Just straight up, I'm going to tell you right now, I invented this. I should have patented it. It could have been me. I could have made money. I dragged my ass. And now Tile is here, which is the Bluetooth device that helps you keep track of your wallet, your keys, and all your belongings. And I should have invented it, and I would be rich right now. I didn't. I'm an asshole. I'm an idiot. But I'm grateful that Tile exists because I am constantly losing my keys, always misplacing my wallet. And the best part about Tile is not only is it a little tracker that can keep track of those belongings, because it's a two-way street, Bluetooth connected to your phone, you can use your keys or your wallet to find your phone when you lose that. So no matter what you're losing, as long as there's a Tile product or connection to your phone, you can find it right now. You download the Tile app on your phone, you connect it to the keychain, you connect it to the slim card that you can slide into your wallet, and anytime you lose it, you push the button on your phone, everything beeps, or you push the button on your keychain and your phone rings. It's unbelievable. It is revolutionary for idiots like myself. You know, the memes, you're running out of your house, you do your phone, wallet, keys. Oh, shit, forgot this one, forgot that one. Let me run back inside. Wait, where did I put it? Oh, I was wearing sweatpants. It fell out of my pocket. Oh, maybe it's underneath my seat. Maybe it's in my other pants, in my other coat. Push a button, bango, bango. You can find whatever it is that you lost. Right now, you can get a limited edition Tile with all sorts of different designs. I've got this one that's like blue and orange, I think with like a palm tree on it or something like that. Very cool, looks stylish, and it's one of the best functioning pieces of technology I own. Go to tile.com/KFC. That's TILE.com/KFC, and you can pick from the limited edition Tile designs for yourself, for me, and for everyone who's always losing their stuff. It'll change your life instantly for the better. It did for me. Tile.com/KFC.
Great songs, Wow.
You're up, my guy.
Yeah, yo.
All over.
Honestly, just when I think I can't like you anymore, you do something like this. I would have bet my life that I was the only person at this company that knew this song.
I just don't have enough breaks to play music, Kev, but
I
am a treasure, man.
You got hits for
anything
days.
and everything, I got you.
My dude, 833-857. I'm tweeting out the number now. 8665. Kelly Keegs is here if you want to talk to her. Is on CCK. Call us up. We're talking about everything right here. Although my calls are down, Zah, so if you got any calls, you can put them through. The little
I need to run a
things
story by you guys.
Let's
that happened to
go.
me.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Let's go.
I think I met the most ignorant piece of shit in the world that lives in my building.
Oh,
yesterday.
Wow.
Love this.
So-
Tell
Love
us
some beef.
everything.
Love some neighbor beef.
Yeah, so I see this guy all the time. It's super strange. I was actually going to make the joke too. Like, we've never spoken before, but like every time I go to the elevator to go up, he's always there. Like, he always like comes in at the same time that I come in. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. He's just always there. So I come in and we both kind of get to the elevators at the same time, and he hits the button to go up, and he starts to get into the elevator, and I'm walking in, and then he like puts up his arm like to block me from getting in, and he's like, I'd rather not. And I looked at him, and I looked at him, and I looked, and I said, what?
I'd rather not. I would say I rather would.
Yeah, so I said what, even though I heard him. I think my brain was just trying to process what happened.
Right.
I was wearing a mask, and he wasn't. So when I said what, he's like, I'd rather not. COVID, man, come on.
And how,
No,
this
wait,
individual.
what's the age again?
This
How old are we talking?
individual. This guy's got to be in like late 30s, early 40s.
Oh, all right. If it was like an old person, but fuck this guy.
No, that's
late,
too young.
Late
to be like
30s,
that.
early 40s, and I see him around the building all the time. He's never wearing a mask. So it's not like he cares about COVID so much that like he forgot his mask or something and he's going
Right.
back to his apartment and his grandma's there. Like this dude straight up doesn't give a fuck. Like he doesn't wear a mask ever. And he throws up the block and he's like, I'd rather not. And I don't know that I've ever
No, I can't
experienced
with this.
something like that before in my life.
I am so jealous that you have this in your life. I love nothing more than an obnoxious neighbor when you are 100% in the right, when you know that you've done nothing wrong. Oh, and then you can
Like
set
the way
all
that
your
he
anger
said it,
on him. I'd
the way
rather
that he said
not.
It made it seem like, hey, asshole, like there's a
Yeah.
pandemic going on.
Right.
Like be conscious of your neighbors. Meanwhile, he always walks around. I've never seen him with a mask on.
So
ever.
how did so you just bitched out and he rode the elevator by himself? Right?
No, I mean like he was in the elevator and then the doors closed. Like there was no time to dispute what.
So you didn't even react.
What just happened?
You would have had to have like thrown your body in
Like,
as a real
and
statement.
the doors open back up. Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
sounds
I
like
would
a
have
lot of
had to
effort.
like
I would've done that.
punch through the fucking goal line to get into the elevator.
I think I might have done that.
I-
that might have set me off in a way, and like just right in that right way where I'm like, actually, go fuck yourself. I'm coming in here.
Yeah.
You should do that next time.
You should
for
wear a
sure.
motherfucking mask next time.
You
bitch.
should
Like, that's-
definitely do that next time. I would get petty enough. I would sit in the lobby one day and like wait for that guy.
Wait for him.
And then wait, or I'd like find, okay, he went out. I'm gonna wait in the lobby until he comes back, and then I will get in the elevator with you. Just
I mean,
out of spite.
I'm wearing a mask, so I'm comfortable getting in the elevator with you there. If you're not comfortable, you get out of the fucking elevator.
Yes, absolutely. I've actually the parking garage I park at. They say 4 people to an elevator, and this
They have the tape
this
on the
girl,
ground, like this.
yeah, the
like
4
square,
like the
four-
little stickers for you to stand on.
Yeah.
This girl was on the elevator. I came on. The door was probably about to close. It didn't start to close, and then I opened it back up. I got in before the door closed, and she kind of looked up and then went back down. Then the door started to close, and 2 guys put their arm in and opened it back up.
Okay.
So she basically kind of had to wait for 2 door closings almost, and she went. But then she got out and left, and I was like, okay, it wasn't 6 people getting on. Those guys did, like, they probably should have let it close and take the next one, but whatever.
Yeah.
She was all pissy about it, but she chose to leave. So, like, fine, that's okay. That's your business. Denying someone else elevator entry. And by the way, if this was like April, it may be a different story. Like, I think we are beyond the panic right now that I don't think you can, there was a time where I think you had to respect like any and everybody's wishes when it came to this shit because people were freaking out.
Yeah.
But at this stage in the game, this age, that scenario, only 2 people, 1 mask, no mask, you should have been like, fuck off, dude.
Yeah, you just
And
can't
he
have that.
never wears a mask. Like
That's-
this is not
that's
someone
my
that's like, oh,
problem
So
with
now
that.
you have to
I
start
forgot my
shaming
mask
him.
and like, yeah.
Like next time you see him, you have to be like, excuse me, where's your mask, sir?
Right, like
Yeah.
if he.
I can't wait to. I'd rather not him. Like if I beat him to the elevator, I'm
But
for sure gonna.
I
I'd
will
rather
give
not.
him this. I will give him this. That's a great phrase.
Oh no,
I'd rather not.
I like love that kind of because the level of petty. But if he's not going to be wearing a mask and you're coming in wearing one, he doesn't have a leg to stand on with this situation. But I don't understand why he thinks he does have a leg to stand on with the situation. Like what it is. Everyone knows that the mask thing is the rule. Sure, people know the social distance. Yeah, whatever. Wear the mask is the only fucking rule.
All you got to do.
And that's the one you're going to be like, oh no. Like I don't want to do this one, but don't get in. Don't
But I'd
dare get in my
rather not.
elevator. Yeah, that makes no sense.
I would probably end up like
I would have
stalking
blacked
this
out with
guy.
rage. Like
yeah.
I would like
He
check
lives
his
like a
mail.
few doors
like,
down
yeah,
from
sure,
me.
yeah.
Oh, he's on your
Like,
floor too?
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
he's on my
that.
floor. He's
Ooh.
in my hallway. Like
baby.
he's probably 4 or 5 doors down from me.
Oh
my
my
god!
God. No, you gotta ruin this guy's
Oh
life.
my
I'm
god!
sorry.
How
You have no
many
choice.
floors on your building? Are you in like a high rise or is it only a couple
4.
floors? Oh, all right.
No,
So
it's
then
4
so you're gonna see him,
Yeah.
Oh, I
especially
see
if
him
you're on
every
your
day.
floor. Yeah.
Literally, I
this
see him
is
every day.
sucks so
That
bad.
I was going to make the friendly joke to him before I'd rather nodded me that like he's the simulation guy. Like doesn't matter what time I leave and come back. When I come back and go to the elevators, he's always coming in with his
He's
dog
always
or something.
there.
And
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like that
I can't
show.
wait for round 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go.
Have you seen that that Amazon Prime show Upload? It's like that. It's this.
I
They die. It's
know what
like
you're
it's an
talking about.
afterlife. He dies and he's there
Yes.
staying in this resort, but it's like a simulation. So shit happens the same thing all the time. It's
Right.
like a whole.
Yeah, you're living some Truman Show
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
or
yeah.
some Groundhog Day shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's a plant for sure.
He might
Definitely.
be. He might be trying to instigate you. That
Maybe.
could be like
He's
you know,
trying to alpha me because like I'm the new guy on the
Yeah.
floor. It's like I'm
Maybe.
gonna alpha
Right.
this guy. Well,
Right.
No, it's
No,
not
guess
gonna
what? You
happen.
can't alpha
Honestly,
the rocket.
Jared,
Yeah.
what if
Yeah.
this guy is like actually a stalker of you and he hates you and his entire apartment is covered with photos of you and like has clips of you talking baseball? What if he's like a big fucking Yankees fan and he has all of this shit in his
He
house?
wants you
and
to punch him
hates
in the
you
face
so
and,
much,
like, catch a
yes,
case.
and he's
Yeah.
instigating you
Yeah.
and he's trying to get a lawsuit
He's
to
probably
ruin your life.
or he's gonna film a video being like, look at this guy like in the middle of a pandemic, like,
Yes.
fighting me and shit like that.
He'll slander you. He'll ruin
gotta
your
be
career,
careful. You gotta
ruin
be
your
careful.
reputation.
Gotta
He's
do
probably
this
hacking your
properly.
computer from. You're on the same Wi-Fi network. Probably he's
Oh, yeah.
hacking your shit.
No, I
You
got
better
my
watch
own.
your shit out.
He's probably gonna.
Yeah,
publish-
I think
but you don't think he
he,
can hack into your Wi-Fi? He can.
He could
He's a
probably
stalker.
hack into it. Yeah,
he can hack
I mean,
into
it's,
it.
I'd be
I think
careful.
it, like my
You either have to be very careful with him, or you have to kill him.
Yeah,
Just
I think
wipe-
those are the only
just
two options.
erase the problem. You know.
Yeah,
Just get
I would
rid
like
of the
honestly
problem.
opt for kill, so you don't have to see his face anymore.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like his face
Right.
is annoying.
You got to know some
Yeah,
guys in
I-
Boston who just got or Saugus who got nothing to live for.
Yeah,
Will come
yeah, yeah.
fucking do your dirty
For
work
sure.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah, $50
For the Rocket,
$50
who
this guy.
in
$50, yeah.
who in Saugus
Yeah.
wouldn't do
Is
whatever
that the
Rocket
going rate
asks.
in Saugus? Is $50 a
for
murder?
assassination?
Yeah, assassination.
For,
Yeah,
for the
I-
Rocket,
yeah,
for this,
no,
the
this guy's-
promo code
Okay.
Rocket, you
This guy's
get
a problem.
fucking $10 off.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
Go
it's a
to
good
the
deal.
calls. 833-85-STOOL is the phone number. Will from Cleveland's on the line. He says that he's going to kick my ass in the next Rough and Rowdy. What's up, Will?
Ooh.
What's up, bro? Yeah, dude. Just kind of want to kick somebody's ass, and this rough and rowdy stuff needs to happen.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. You're a child. Let's go to Nate in Little Rock. What's up, Nate?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How are you, man?
Hey, pretty good. Hey, I think I've figured out and cracked the code for these modern day relationships. And as far as like women wanting to get married and guys just having common sense and not wanting to do it, what if you give the women exactly what they want? And what they want is a wedding day. They want the dress, they want the pictures, they want the cake. The pictures. Honestly, I think it's what it all comes down to is what they want. Like, we can do all that. I'll give you your wedding day, even if it's expensive as hell. Let's just not sign any paperwork.
Nate, let me tell you what the problem
Get
is
that
right
part.
here. There's a lot of
Yeah.
bitches who don't even want weddings anymore, especially after now having to cancel. I've had like 30 friends cancel their weddings. Everyone just eloped and said fuck weddings. And now
Really? That's actually great.
Moving forward, people have been like, you know what, just fuck weddings. It's not worth all the trouble.
If there's one good thing
Yeah.
to come out of this, if people realize that the pomp and circumstance and the dog and pony show and the money you spend on weddings is not
It's-
worth it, that might happen for like a couple years. It's
Yeah.
not. It'll come back because people are.
It'll
vain
definitely
and
come back, but
assholes,
for now,
that's
that
great.
can't be the move. You gotta keep that move in your back
But
pocket.
I do
right now, they're
believe-
marrying for love right now.
I do believe that in generally speaking, can I just say this? If you listen to me on any platform, broad disclaimer, I'm going to speak in generalities and I'm going to stereotype. That's just how it works. I do think that there are
Yes.
girls who want the ring, they want the dress, they want the day.
Yes.
I don't think he's wrong on that. So we give them that, and then what? What's the other side of the equation here, Nate?
Well, then
Oh,
we
you
don't
said
have
we
to
don't sign the
accept our
paper, right?
assets together
Yeah.
and have a nasty
all right.
divorce in 3 to 5 years.
Yeah. Okay. I'm fully on board with this idea. I think didn't I pose this not too long ago? We have the 5-year opt out.
That I like
Yeah.
that idea.
So you
Yeah,
have 5
opt-out
years.
clause.
You don't sign any paperwork, but in 5 years you can choose to opt in and sign paperwork, or you can both walk away, no questions asked. Or like if one person says like this isn't working, the other person has to respect it and just be like, okay, it's done.
That would give me for 5 years. I'd be like vomiting
Freaking
every
out.
morning. Yeah, like there's no way.
But
But because I know it would be me who's like so in
Please
love and
stay,
so, yeah, it's
please
like
stay.
please stay, just
Yeah,
crying,
yeah.
losing weight, like the
But
whole
also,
thing. I know.
wouldn't it make you? I mean, this sounds bad. It's like you shouldn't have to like earn it, but like you would.
True. You don't want somebody being with you who like hates you that fucking much. They like
Yeah.
after 5 years they're like, listen, you gotta let me go. I guess
Yeah.
at that point.
You
I
also
do
want max
think-
effort in the prime years. It's like
yeah,
if you want
yes.
to mail it in your
yeah.
60s. It's like, all right, well, I mean, we're in our 20s, we're in our 30s. Like, let's
Right.
keep the spark going for a little bit. Let's
I
not
don't
mail
want to
in
make
right
it
away.
seem like, like I'm dangling the carrot here. You got to work for it, babe. But it's
Yeah.
like there are people in sports who sign a big contract and they just say, fuck it, I got my money. I think there are people who get the ring, lock it down, guys and girls who are like, well, I don't need to try anymore. I don't care anymore.
For sure.
And it's like, this is not
That
yet,
happens
man.
in
Not-
relationships.
Right. Forget
Yeah.
about even before the ring. It can happen anytime. But I think I've said this a million times. I think it's insanity that we tie up financial
The finances is
existence
fucked
with,
up. Yeah,
with
I agree with
the
that.
most practical black and white thing in the world is dollars and cents, money, salary, property, yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
The most impractical and illogical thing is emotions and love and the roller coaster.
Yeah.
And we marry those two things together literally. It's like, well, why would we do that? That's fucking insane.
Yeah. Like I see it from both sides because I want to take advantage of my future husband's money very much so. Like, but I
say
also
that, but
know
you
that
don't.
it's his. Like, say that like whatever we get married, I'm showered with gifts all the time, and then we get divorced. I understand. I'm not getting shit. Like I know that I didn't earn that money. I just like sucked at the teat for 5 years.
I know
like,
you
that's
say
not
that, and
something
I do not doubt that you would be a phenomenal trophy wife, Kelly.
I
Keys.
really would be a great.
But I
trophy
also
wife.
think you have
Very
like
caring.
your own pride. You really do.
For sure.
I think,
for
and,
sure.
and I don't think you actually want to be a literal trophy wife in the sense
No.
of like, I have no skills, I have no talent, I have no career, and I literally am just here to be like your Barbie doll.
Right,
You don't
exactly.
want that. You
I'm
might want a
watching-
guy who's rich and so you're comfortable and shit, but I
For
actually
sure.
don't believe you would just be like a gold digger.
No, I've been watching too much Housewives and like watching all these
Yeah.
bitches go through divorces and all that shit happening, and I'm like,
You're left with
what do you
nothing.
do? Like
Yeah.
you sit around all day with this like pile of money that you fought for and made yourself look like a fool. Like it's
Right.
just crazy. That's not.
Yeah,
that's when
truly-
it's like not worth it. I can't really cry in all my Birkins when like they're split down the middle. It's like not as good.
We got Ryan from Pennsylvania. He's got a cure for both of us. He's got a cure for the munchies. He's got advice for you on adoption, Jared. What's up, Ryan?
Hell yeah.
Wonderful.
Hey, how's it going? So, when I was a freshman in college, I took the freshman 15, bumped it up to the freshman 50. And a lot of that
50?
was
50?
50 is a big number.
That is fat, honestly. I know you're not supposed to say fat, but like
You're a
that
fat
was fat.
motherfucker,
no,
Ryan.
No, Kelly, you're 100% right. I saw
Okay.
a picture of me on Facebook.
Thank you for not taking
and
offense.
I said, holy
Yeah.
shit, I'm fat.
Wow. Okay.
So then
Okay.
once I saw that picture, I was like, I got to stop fucking eating. So
Right.
it's literally how I did it was, you're high, and let's say you just ate dinner. It's just a mental game. You just have to
True.
tell yourself, this is just the munchies. I'm not going to do it.
Ryan.
And then it's going to suck.
Ryan.
And then after
Ryan,
a while,
did you call my radio program with the advice of just telling myself to
Suck
be
it up.
better? That's your
Did
advice?
you just call in here being logical?
I
Get
mean,
the fuck out of here,
yeah,
Ryan. What are you thinking?
Of course I should just say, don't eat that. The problem is I have no willpower or self-respect, and I'm not a mature person. I'm stoned, and I'm hungry, and I like snacks. That's the problem, Ryan. That's
eat
not
a big
advice.
dinner.
That's like
Go-
saying,
go
I
balls out on
have the
dinner.
cure. I have the cure for you to get in shape. Eat right and go to the gym. No fucking kidding.
No,
If
not
I
at
don't
all.
eat
I'm
the
still a
snacks,
fat ass. I just don't eat when I have the munchies.
Okay.
I can't.
I think
I could
I-
eat dinner. I could eat snacks before I'm high, and then once I'm high, I eat again.
Yeah, like I'll
It's
I'll
just-
eat anything that I
it's a
want to
bottomless
during that time. Yeah, and it's also at bad hours. That's the
Yes.
problem.
I go
is
right to
I'm
bed
eating-
and it just
right,
sits there.
I'm eating it at weird snacks 11 p.m., 1 a.m. sometimes like
Yeah.
weird shit. That's just gonna just rip holes in my stomach for 10 a.m. when I
Absolutely.
finally wake up. Like that's
100%.
that's
Ryan.
just what happens, Ryan. You don't
I can't wait.
fucking know.
Okay, so let's hear what the advice for adoption
Jared
is.
doesn't have
This
this
should be
problem.
even better.
No.
What
Well, no,
what
this
advice?
isn't advice for adoption. It's a warning.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Have you
because-
adopted?
Oh, well, no, I am adopted. Both me and my
Oh, even more scandalous, kind of.
So you're fucked up.
Continue.
What do you got?
Tell
we
me
could have-
everything.
We could have a whole radio hour on that.
Ooh, call me later.
So, both me and my sister are adopted, and my dad was actually older when he was 42 when he adopted me. And
how old were you?
I'm 29 right now.
But he adopted you when you were like a baby, or what?
Yeah, he adopted
Okay.
me when I was a baby.
Okay.
So, like, straight from birth, I never knew my birth parents, nothing like that.
When did you find out? I'm gonna let you get to your point, but when
Go
did you
ahead.
find out when you were adopted?
Well, I was kind of like a little shit child, so, like, I would always rifle through my parents' stuff, and I just, like,
stumbled
happened to
upon it?
find-
Oh.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I just, like, happened to find, like, my baby book, my adoption records, and all that stuff when I was in, like,
fuck.
first grade.
I would
Okay.
kill you if I were your parent.
That's when I found out about no Santa Claus, if that makes you feel any better, but keep going.
Damn.
So, I mean, and, they were great people, supportive, whatever. But no matter how hard they tried, we could not be any different from our parents. Like, my birth parents, athletes, etc. My adopted parents, athletes, etc. But my dad was a football, basketball, baseball guy. I played soccer and lacrosse and then video games. My sister went to college for like a fine arts major.
Well,
so like.
Well, then let's get into a
regardless of,
discussion
like,
about nature
how you
versus
raise
nurture, and we'll save
they're
that
still
for
completely
next
That's
time.
really what it is.
Yeah.
So I hate to cut you off here, but the bottom line is it is, Jared, whoever you adopt, you just got to raise right, man.
I mean, I know I will.
Yeah.
That's it for us. Chicago's up next. Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And you are wonderful at this. You're very good at this.
Thank you
And
very
and
much, Kevin.
I
That's
look
so
forward. I look forward to
Come
the
back anytime.
Bachelor after shows, and I think you should have much more to do here at Barstool. I
Thank
want to be
you
on the
very
record
much.
saying that. Chicago's up next. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay hot.